Let's play.
My name's Dennis McCarthy. We're here today at my shop, Vehicle Effects. We're going to talk about building some Fast and Furious cars. Building cars for a customer as opposed to building cars for a production company are two completely different things. When you build a car for a customer, they're actually going to drive the car every day. They're going to be listening for that slight imperfection somewhere. When we're building cars for a Fast and Furious movie, we're building hundreds of cars at a rapid rate. And what is completely acceptable, and in my case, probably even overkill for the movie, really wouldn't cut it for the guy that wants to drive that car to work every day.
It's time to get lit.
One thing that a lot of people don't realize is the actual quantities of cars we build. I mean, when I say quantities, I'm talking about just for one vehicle. For example, Dom's Ice Charger that you see in the trailer. I mean, a spectacular sequence. It's probably one of the most brutal sequences we've ever shot as far as non-stop, action-packed destruction.
Hang on to your ass!
So to accomplish that, you know, people might think, well, maybe there's two, maybe there's three cars. We actually had to build 9 68 Chargers. The 3 primary cars were our all-wheel drive vehicles, and they were the motors that had the 500 horsepower. They had the Atlas transfer case, Detroit lockers front and rear. Like I said, when you put these cars in four-wheel drive, they're in four-wheel drive. There's no differentials. There's nothing that slips. That's it. So those were the ones that we used every day for sliding, for drifting. There was a sequence where the car has to actually jump. For that, we built 2 cars, probably equally labor intensive, that had the motor actually set back even further. They were not all-wheel drive, and they had a lot of travel. It's amazing what the effort we go through for one 4-second clip in the movie, but when you're there, if something happens and it doesn't go right the first time, you have to have another car ready to go.
I think I found my team.
This should be interesting.
One thing about these characters is more so than not, their character's vehicle taste in the movie is really their taste in real life.
You want to play like that?
The GTX is just a great car. It comes into that situation where, gosh, what can we put Dom in? We've put him in so many awesome, Mopar products throughout the series to now. So I think the car just fit the location, it fit the situation, and without a doubt, when you look at the car, you know it's all about Dom. Letty's always a tough one, and Michelle Rodriguez said she's really, really into what she's driving in the film. In this case, on 8, she was thrilled. We got her 1966 Corvette, kind of an old school Trans Am fender flare, very aggressive, high performance car, so it really fit, and she loved it. Another hero car that Letty gets behind the wheel of is the Local Motors Rally Fighter. Hey, we're in an environment that's not street, it's not pavement. This thing's right there ready to go. Now, what it did lack was all-wheel drive, and it was really critical that every car we had out there had four-wheel drive. It just was so slick, hey, it's ice, So we did a couple cars where we actually put a Curry 9-inch in the front. We used a SCS, basically like a mud drag transfer case. Very simple, very compact, full hydraulic steering, and that solved that one glitch, and the cars were rock stars out there.
I just fell in love.
I've been waiting for this. We got a tank.
Let's roll.
Laying back in the cut like that.
One of the more interesting cars from the third act is, without a doubt, the Ripsaw Tank. It's definitely something you don't see every day. And that was really a joint venture between How, the company that creates it, and the military, because they're actually built for the military. So we had to get approval from the Department of Defense, and they were thrilled, and they really we're happy with the opportunity to show the way that thing can be driven unmanned. That's really a great feature, I think, really just for the country. I mean, you can put this thing into the worst possible condition without risking a human life. So it was unbelievable out there.
We about to go up like Oh shit!
We're gonna need a bigger truck.
It's just all those little elements that, you put everything together and you get, one amazing final product.